be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Facer Hill Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez and Marcus Fine. How's it going, guys?
Doing okay.
Going pretty good. We'll jump right into it, guys. The first thing we was going to talk about was the event that happened last Saturday. WWE owned AAA Triple Mania 33 was held last Saturday, and it was a free broadcast on YouTube. Did very well. I think at one point they had like 687,000 people watch live, and then over the 24-hour period on the Spanish feed and the American feed, they had over 4.3 million views. So very successful. Also, it was they're live in the arena, over 19,000 people, and was their biggest gate. Of course, tickets are a lot more expensive now than they used to be. So that's one reason why the gate was probably also bigger. Get your guys' take. Overall, Marcus, we'll go over the matches a little bit, but what'd you think of the show overall?
I liked it. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I watched it in 2 segments, but I did it within, it was 3 hours. I did not watch any interviews or promos, but I did watch all the entrances and matches. I'd say I watched it all within a 6-hour period, probably.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. I mean, I know Warren was on with it the other day, and he was talking about it, and of course he's looking at it from AEW point of view, and of course, and it's true. There were some WWE people that if AEW did some of that stuff would give it a hard time. I'm not gonna lie, and it's vice versa. Both sides can't pay a lot of attention to some of the internet people. They're gonna bitch and moan about anything anybody does that's not on their side. So that's just kind of the way it goes. I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I like the fact that it's not a normal WWE cookie cutter show. Was WWE influencing the show? Yes, there was definitely some influence there. But I really enjoyed the show. I really liked it. Chris, did you get a chance to check it out?
I got to watch most of it. I enjoyed it. I'll be honest, it really most of the time isn't my style because of all the spots.
Yep.
But I thought it was really entertaining. Like the crowd responding to Otis when he came out for their version of the Royal Rumble, which I thought was pretty cool, that you could not only eliminate by over the top, but pinfall and submission still counted during that match as well. I thought that was pretty neat to see a Royal Rumble style match where you can still get pinned and submitted. And then when Otis came out for that match, that arena exploded. He got a pop. That place went crazy. I thought, but no, I enjoyed the show. I thought it was real entertaining, and like I said, most of the time, if there was that many spots like that, I probably wouldn't sit and watch the whole thing. But it kept my attention and kept me wanting to watch more. So no, I enjoyed it.
Okay, let's go right into it. That was the first match. Was the Battle Royal that they had, and it was won by Omos. He eliminated La Parka. And I want to go into La Parka first. I love La Parka's entrance. I really enjoyed his entrance a lot. I like La Parka. I think he's very entertaining. I think he would work out in the WWE. I think he's like the 3rd or 4th version of La Parka. There was a La Parka back in WCW years ago, but I think he would do well. Otis was great. Microman pinning Otis after Otis helped him out. Microman was a huge hit, which me and Chris have seen Microman before on Game Changer Wrestling. I've always liked Microman. Also, the video of when Microman went up to Otis from behind and kind of tapped him on his on his kneecap, but behind the knee or whatever, and almost turns around and can't see him or anything. And then finally they kind of have I guess you'd call it a face-to-face. Did over, this was 4 or 5 days ago. It was already over 84 million views, just that segment. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the Battle Royal. I think almost winning, I think didn't surprise me, that he won once he was in. And I had heard a rumor that he was going to be there. And I think he'll do well over there. I think that they need to use Omos and use him as a, like Andre was used. Andre went all over the world. That's not a bad idea for him. Marcus, what do you think of the Battle Royal?
I loved it. I like to see the masks because they really get creative with those masks. And I didn't think that was the same La Parka because I'm thinking, man, that guy's tall and skinny.
Yeah.
I didn't remember La Parka looking like that, but I did because you said watch the entrances. So I made a point to watch the entrances. And, oh, yeah, I love the entrances, how they come to using the Saturday Night Main Event ramp, basically. But, yeah, I loved it. And Otis and that lady, see, I got all that written down. I can't think of her name. And that little skit that they done where they're dancing and kissing. And
yeah,
that was hubris. And the way they had Otis was pinned by Microman, but yet it wasn't a joke because they knocked Otis out and then Microman just took advantage of the situation. So, because if Otis wanted to and all he had to do is lift his arm, Microman could have been up in the nosebleed section. But
oh yeah, when Omos picked him up by the head, I thought he was just going to launch him into the crowd, and then he picked him up over his head.
Looks like he's holding him like sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
well,
I thought he was going to throw him, but he didn't. He brought him back down and tossed him out, luckily, because who knows if he would, because I thought he was going to launch him.
Yeah, well, I think they protected him well between Omos and Otis. They did very well protecting him. And, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And when Omos came out, it reminded me of Andre because you heard the crowd gasp. And then you see that big-ass dude walking down through there. It reminded me a lot of the early Andre. People just gawking at this gigantically large man. And
yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed their Battle Royal. I think they call it the Bordeaux Cup or something like that. I may not be pronouncing it right.
Copel Bordeaux Gauntlet match.
Bordeaux Cup, something like that. Chris, what do you think of the Battle Royal?
No, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought the rules being a little different like that was pretty cool. The crowd was into it. You said like you guys said about Microman, I thought that was well done. Otis was a big pop when he came out. At the beginning of the show, I don't know if you guys noticed when Triple H and all of them was in the ring. Nick Khan isn't comfortable being on camera and standing in there. He wanted that to be over with as quick as it could. You could tell he wanted out of there. He don't like being up there in the spotlight like that.
No, he doesn't. He's not comfortable with it at all. I thought they did pretty well. What do you think of only having 14 guys? Do you like that? Just only 14? Because sometimes 30 people, don't get me wrong, I love the Royal Rumble, but sometimes 30 people at times the Royal Rumble can drag, and some of the, as the independents we went to, sometimes the Battle Royals, sometimes they can tend to drag a little bit. I thought doing 14, because I was wondering, well, 14 ain't not going to be enough people. I thought it worked out really well. What did you guys think?
Not knowing the players, I thought 14 was great. See, I like Royal Rumble because you know all 30 people. I didn't know Omos. I knew a few of the Lucha guys, but a lot of them I had no idea who they was. Yeah. So it would have been boring if you did another 14, 16 guys of people you have no idea who is. But I thought it flowed well.
Yeah, I agree. I thought 14 was a good number, and kind of like Marcus said, because I didn't know hardly any of them. But the other cool thing was them wrestlers have some cool ass gear. So it was kind of you didn't know what you was going to see next. So it's kind of, you were kind of looking forward to the next entrance just to see what the crazy name was going to be, and what mask or what their gear was going to look like was kind of interesting as well. So
Okay, guys. Let's move on to match number 2. That was Dr. Wagner Jr., which there's a few versions of that. Of course, the Dr. Wagner, I assume it was senior, was at ringside. Defeated, I'm probably not going to get this, El Mises name right, for the Triple A Latin American Championship. Chris, did you get to check out that one? That was match 2.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid match. I liked it. One thing I noticed watching this, I didn't expect a lot of these guys to be as big as they were. When I think Lucha, and maybe it's just being stereotypical, but I think smaller guys like Rey Mysterio, you know what I mean? I think guys like that is what I kind of think when I hear Lucha, but there's some big dudes on here.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I learned watching MLW and even before that, Lucha Underground. Because I agreed with you. 20 years ago, Lucha, I thought just nothing but high flyers. But when I watched Lucha Underground, there were some big characters and some bigger guys in it. So I knew that there were. I enjoyed the match. I thought definitely it was a slower pace than the other matches, but it was kind of old school. And I thought it was a solid match, and I thought they told a pretty good story. Marcus, what do you think?
It's funny how you said that because I put decent storytelling match as my synopsis. I thought it was good. I thought they said that the guy sitting ringside, Dr. Wagner, he won that first Latin American title by beating RVD. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
So, and I figured that the old man would get involved eventually the way they were playing that. I thought it was funny, JBL. JBL was funny. I love listening to Conan, but JBL, he says, nothing greater than beating up your kid in front of your daddy. And I'm over there dying. It's like, but yeah, I was waiting on the guy on the outside to jump the barricade. But yeah, I thought they told the story very well.
And I heard some people, I guess that referee's a heel referee that they use a lot in the storylines. He's a heel ref. And some people said they was worried that they weren't going to use him, and they were happy that WWE didn't go away from that they used the heel ref, and because that guy came off a little bit of heelish. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid match. Match number 3 was Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Raquel Rodriguez. They defeated Mr. Iguana, Nino Hamburguesa, and Lola Vice in a mixed tag match. Marcus, I'll go to you first. What you thought of the match?
Well, I thought it was funny how Mr. Iguana literally crawled to the ring.
Yeah, that was awesome.
At WrestleMania in New Orleans, he'd still be crawling to the ring.
Yeah.
And then again, JBL saying that one of those guys was wearing the Iguana's family members on his boots because his boots was made out of. I mean, the commentary was just as funny as a lot of that, but it was a decent match. And I like the fact that as soon as the lady was tagged in, that they made the guy get out. It was actually an old school mixed tag where you don't see a lot of that anymore. I like the fact that Finn Balor had his own puppet and basically ate the iguana.
Yeah, Demonito.
Well, hang on, and then the guy had hamburgers.
Yeah.
Lola Vice's spin kicks were damn. It's like a blender. It's like
she is from that mixed martial arts. Chris, what was that other, not UFC, but the other pretty big group at one time?
Bellator?
Yeah, she came from Bellator. She was a pretty successful lady Bellator fighter. That's where she came from.
Yeah, I just had okay entertaining match. It was okay. I had no complaints.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I really enjoyed it. The Demonito thing was funny. You can buy one of them dolls, Marcus, for $100.
Oh boy.
They're charging $100 for them Demonito dolls.
Well, the thing is, people are buying them, though.
Yeah. And that's the thing. People are bitching, well, this is ridiculous. They're going to have that price as long as people purchase them.
Yeah, that was this conversation I had with who I told you I talked to earlier today.
Yeah.
as long as they're going to pay, people are going to pay $5,800 for a front row seat, then they're not going to drop the ticket prices. So
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the way it's going to be. I mean, is it too much money? Sure, it is. But as long as they can sell them tickets, they're going to sell them. This is the way it's going to be. But yeah, I really like the match. I enjoyed it. Chris, your take on the match?
I enjoyed it. Like it wasn't like the best wrestling match, but I loved the comedy aspect to it. It was entertaining. It was one that it was kind of a good change of pace match as well, because you just came off that slower paced storytelling match, and then you had like the comedic factor in this match. So I enjoyed it.
That's one thing.
The Iguana guy he's over.
He is over, but he was on Monday Night Raw, and they were in Philadelphia. And I thought he'd get a big reaction, but he got a pretty normal reaction. So now he was on just in the audience after another show, I think, but they was in like San Jose or California, which they're big into lucha. He got a big reaction there. But Philadelphia, of course, that's ECW country. He didn't get a terrible reaction, but he didn't get as big as reaction as I thought he might. Yeah, I really enjoyed. One thing about this card, I think they had something for everybody. I mean, they had a lot of different types of styles of matches and entertainment and comedy. So I think they tried to appease a lot of different people. Match number 4, Pagano and Psycho Clown took on Los Garza, Berto, and Angel Garza in a street fight, and they are the new AAA Tag Team Champions. Okay, Chris, what did you think of this match? This was a hardcore street fight.
Well, I liked for a change when you called it a street fight or a hardcore match. It was actually a street fight, and a hardcore match was actually weapons used.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times they'll say it's a street fight, and you might get one table or something. I mean, these guys came out with barbed wire wrapped kendo sticks. They used a lot of different weapons. So I enjoyed it. If it's going to be a street fight or a hardcore match, there should be a lot of different style weapons and use them different ways, and then just maybe like one table and then trying to call it a street fight.
Marcus, what do you think?
I think Chris is looking off my notes. I don't know how he's doing it, but I think he is, because that's what I had. I like the fact how Psycho Clown just pulled his mask apart, and then had that other Psycho Clown version underneath there. Yeah, the barbed wire kendo sticks, I like that. The suicide dive while holding the chair, that was pretty impressive. The double spear through the tables. And then they all went out through the outside tables. That weird where the challengers and that crap where they all tangled up there on the outside of the apron. Three of them. And that was pretty impressive. Barbed wire in the mouth. Shoot, that's Terry Funk all over.
Yep.
And then he wrapped him up in it. I mean, literally tied him up in it. Then the Spanish Fly. Yeah, like Chris said, that John Cena, what was it? John Cena and Cody? Was that the street fight or what?
Yeah.
That wasn't a street fight. That was just pretty much an ODQ match.
Yeah.
This was a street fight, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It was closest match of the night. This one and the last one were my two. Match number 5, guys, was the women's championship match that had Apache and Natalia and Flammer.
Flammer. The first I thought it was Flamer, but because she all came out in all flames. But I think they kept calling her Flammer.
Well, the spelling looks like Flamer, but I don't think that's the way they pronounce it.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a 3-way match for their women's championship. That was a decent match. I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was the best match on the card, but I thought it was decent. Marcus, what do you think?
I love the version of Natalia. She's a whole different person. I'm now a fan of Natalia because of this version of Natalia. I love
this version. She's doing it in the NWA. She's done it in Game Changer Wrestling. She's done it in AAA. So far, they've not let her use it on the main roster yet.
I know, and so then I was never a fan of Natalia, but I loved it. Well, it was okay. They did some more. I thought it was funny. Was that the same heel ref that refereed read the other one?
May have been.
Because he went one, oh, my shoulder, and then you had JBL over there saying, "Oh yeah, their shoulder injuries could be a real bitch," and
Yeah.
and then the next week, bang, bang, says, "See how quickly he can heal." I mean,
Yeah.
but the match was just okay.
What did you guys think of Conan on commentary?
Sometimes I like him, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes he sounds very knowledgeable, and other times he sounds like he's drinking or he lost his mind or something.
No, I agree. There was parts of it I loved, and then other times it was like he was kind of lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Times he made some really good points, and then, like you said, Chris, at times, not a lot, but there was times where it did seem like he was a little lost. But he hadn't done commentary for a long time till the last show, and it was just them two. It was him and Corey the last time, and this time they added JBO in there to help. And that sometimes a 3-man booth that could have threw him off a little bit too.
I didn't think he was bad. Like I said,
Yeah.
there was times I thought he said some stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that was great." But then there was a few times I just thought he was a little off. But
He's pretty good on his history.
Is he the one that he's the one that started the AAA, not the AAA, but this Triple Mania, right?
Yeah, he's one of the main guys that run AAA.
Yeah, but isn't he the one that started the Triple Mania event?
I think so.
They said that I thought they had said that on the thing that he would like kind of saved the promotion by starting the Triple Mania.
Yep.
Did you hear Natty tell Flamer to kiss her ass?
Yeah.
I had to rewind it just make sure that's what she said. And the double sharpshooter. I mean, I love this version of Natty right here.
I think they should let her do it on the main roster. I think it would work.
Oh, the whole gimmick and the look and the stone cold face and her entourage bringing her out and oh man.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, guys, we had Vikino taking on Dominic Mysterio, El Grande Americano, and Dragon Lee for the AAA Mega Championship, which Vikino ended up keeping. We had AJ Styles show up in the match and kind of screw Dominic a little bit and make sure he didn't win the belt. Vikino, the last show, I didn't think he got booed. I don't remember him getting booed the last show, but this show, they pretty much booed him out of place. And they claim it's all because they want Alberto Del Rio, because they had him lose the belt to Vikino. And the stipulation, they put a stipulation in as the loser leaves the company. And so now he's gone because I don't think WWE really wanted him to be part of the company. But I know they claimed that Rey Mysterio, during the segment he did that speech, that he promised the AAA fans that he would make sure that Del Rio would come back. So, but yeah, they booed Vikino out of the building, and he's not supposed to be a heel. So,
yeah, but boy, they cheered Dom.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Did you hear about this? Can you read that, Tony?
Not really.
So,
go ahead, Chris.
Universal says Natty was very unhappy about her match at Triple Mania. The other two girls disrespected her the entire match.
Now, maybe why she told that woman to kiss her ass. That may have been legit heat.
I haven't heard that. I know she was on Busted Open today. She does an hour every Thursday, so I'm gonna have to go check that out, see if she mentions that. But yeah, what'd you think of the match, Marcus?
I thought we was going to get through an entire PLE without the announce table being attacked, but I think it's funny that they attacked the American announce table.
Yes,
and then they lost
Instead of the
commentary.
Spanish announce table,
That's the way it should have
They
been.
lost commentary.
That's the way it should have been.
That was fantastic. I like how they held Dominic, Dragon Lee, so Dom can do the 619, and then Dom put on the loaded mask. Now I'm having trouble with Americana because he's so freaking skinny and tall. You definitely tell this is the next version.
Yes.
It's just weird after you see Gable do it for a while. Now you got this totally different body shape.
It wasn't
like
Chad Gable.
I know. Chad Gable. Anyway, but the entrance for him too was very impressive. Now, is this the one where the Dragon Lee has the wings, right? See the one comes out with those wings?
Yeah.
Did you see where that one person grabbed a hold of them wings and wouldn't let go?
Yeah.
And he literally had this, like, where was the security for those guys?
I don't know.
That kid had, or that guy or kid had a hold of that he had to literally jerk hard to get him off of it. But the match was okay. I mean, I think it's funny that they said AJ Styles was in a lucha. I thought he looked like he was more in a Japanese martial arts type of outfit more than he was a lucha outfit. But
Ooh. But no, Universal says that TKO and Del Rio are in fact negotiating. They're trying to get him signed for the next Worlds Collide.
He had a lot of accusations against him and abuse and stuff. Again, I don't think he ever got arrested or charged or he beat the charges or whatever. So.
Oh, okay.
so we may see him drop the title before too long.
Well, he takes on Worlds Collide comes up. I think it's September 12th, a Friday night. It'll be free on YouTube. And Dom and him's going to have a match for the belt. So Dom's
You
going to get a
think they
rematch.
put it on Dom?
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't. Now, Vakino was on Monday Night Raw, and he got a pretty good reaction. He attacked Dom, and he got a pretty good reaction with the American fans. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, see, Universal thing says that Dominic is supposed to win the rematch at Worlds Collide.
Okay.
That's why he thinks it's going.
Chris, did you see that match?
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. I honestly thought they were going to put the title on Dom at the Triple Mania. It kind of surprised me when they didn't, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if he wins it at Worlds Collide. But no, I thought it was a good main event. It was probably right up there for my favorite match, other than maybe I really enjoyed that Battle Royal. So I'd have this and the Battle Royal right up there as probably my favorite two matches of the night.
I really enjoyed the Battle Royal, but I really enjoyed the street fight.
Street Fight.
Street fight
was good too.
and the last match. Like I said, I thought everything. I didn't think there was anything really, really bad on the show. I thought everything it had. I thought the card was pretty well put together too. I thought the card flowed real well. I thought every match to match. I thought it was pretty good.
One of the things I think reasons I like that Battle Royal so much was basically because I didn't know hardly any of them, and it was like every time somebody came out, it was a surprise with like the name and their entrance and the gear. So I think that just for me it added to it because I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I think the only ones I really knew was Omos and Otis.
La Parka. Even though it was a different La Parka than what I remember.
And
I like
Micro Man. So I'd seen him on Game Changer before.
And I like
other than that, all the other guys were basically brand new to me.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good show, and I think they're moving in the right direction with Triple A. I think they're doing a pretty good job. And that's one thing people don't understand. Triple A was not in a good way. They didn't have a lot of that's why they're using quite a few WWE wrestlers on the show right now because they don't have a lot of people signed. So I mean, it's going to get better because they got WWE behind it, and there's going to be people want to go there. So
Universal said the main event was very good. I also enjoyed the street fight. I didn't enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's got different views. I thought the show was pretty solid, but I agree. Them two matches I thought were probably the best, and I thought the Battle Royal was pretty good. Okay, guys, a little bit of news here. Of course, here being in Indiana, a big story has been breaking with WWE WrestlePalooza. It's going to be Saturday, September the 20th in Indianapolis, Indiana. And that's going to start the ESPN streaming deal. I guess what happened was they had met with some of the extra shows that they did, and with the WrestleMania being 2 nights and SummerSlam being 2 nights, they met all their acquired pay-per-view dates or PLE dates with Peacock. So they didn't, so they could do this. Or they may have worked out something with Peacock. Who knows? And I do think they may have worked out something with Peacock. I'll go on that next. But yeah, it's going to start on the ESPN streaming service on the 20th. And I think it's going to be pretty interesting. And the rumor is it's going to be Brock Lesnar and John Cena as the big main event, and probably going to be a hardcore rules match, because of course WrestlePalooza came from a ECW pay-per-view. I think 98, if I remember correctly, was when that was. Because I know I heard somebody talk about, they said what the card was. It was actually a pretty good card. Tommy Dreamer was in the main event. I don't remember who they said he wrestled, but it sounded like a pretty decent card.
I think we watched that.
We probably did. I'm sure we did.
I'm not positive we watched it live. Because we used to get all the ECW pay-per-views back then once they started doing the pay-per-views.
Yeah, I got them all. I got NWA, then WCW, WWE, and ECW. But we probably did. But yeah, a lot of people, of course, we did that sports show day, and the guy was making fun of the name WrestlePalooza. But again, he's probably about 24 years old and probably don't know that it's the ECW, the tie-in, why they did it. And they talked about Bad Blood. They talked about some other names, Over the Limit. They went with WrestlePalooza. I don't know if that's a good move or a bad move. Who knows? I don't know if that's a big deal or not. But I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think they're going to put on a big show, and they're going up against AEW's one of their biggest shows, All Out. That's over in England. No, that's not in England that day. No, I forget where they're at that day now. But yeah, they're
Universal says the Brock versus Cena match will be a last man standing match. He's also on the show will be Drew versus Cody and possibly Punk versus Rollins.
I've heard that. I've heard those rumors.
That'd be a heck of a card for Indianapolis.
Yes, it would be. Yes. Oh, yeah, they're going to stack the show. They're going to stack the show. There's no doubt about it. And you almost have to. Well, I don't know, because people already. The day was the pre-sale tickets, and everybody was already buying. I know Glenn got on there, and there was 4,000 people in front of him, and this was the pre-sale.
They should have just called it the FU show and had the logo big middle finger.
Big middle finger. Yeah. Should have called it FUA.
Yeah, because I mean that's basically what it is. They're doing it the same day. Like, and look at the card they're put. Like, that's what they should just called it. That'd be the perfect name for it.
Yep.
ECW had it 4 times.
Okay.
95, 97, 98, and 2000.
Okay. Well, the guy who talked about was 98, and I think he said Dreamer was in the main event. I think he did.
See, I think it's cool that they're bringing back the old ECW thing. Myself.
Now, Tommy Dreamer was on it, but the main event was Shane Douglas defeated Al Snow.
Okay.
Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman defeated the Dudley Boys.
Okay. That guy thought his memory was off. That was the match he said, but he thought that was the main event.
And then Rob Van Dam versus Sabu, and then a 30-minute time limit.
I mean, them 3 matches right there, that's a pretty good card.
Bam Bam Bigelow defeated New Jack. Candido and Lance Storm defeated Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten. Justin Credible defeated Mikey Ripwreck. The Blue Meanie and Supernova defeated Little Guido and Tracy Smothers. That was the 98 version.
Yeah, they've sold a lot of tickets in Toronto. I think it's got a couple hundred tickets left, and I think they've sold 16,000 tickets, so they're doing pretty well for that show.
But how much do you think it might hurt their pay-per-view buys?
I don't think it will. I I don't think. I think AEW's got a specific crowd that buys their pay-per-views, and they're going to get them. I mean, I could have heard a little bit. I mean, I think they're averaging around 100 to 120,000 pay-per-views a show when they do them, and it fluctuates. Like I said, it could be 100, it could be 130, but I think they're going to be over that 100 number. I mean, could have cost them a 1,000 or something, maybe, but I think they've got their audience, and I think it's kind of a niche audience. I mean, they've got what they've got. They're not growing at all. They're going the opposite way, but their pay-per-view does pretty well. But yeah, the other interesting thing, Peacock, it was announced officially today that Peacock will be the new home for Saturday night's main event. They'll be showing Saturday night's main event just on Peacock, not on NBC anymore. Starting with the next one, I think it's in sometime in one in December. I think the other one might be not September, October, but I think they're going to be on Peacock, but they're also going to be commercial free.
They also said it was going to be Cena's last match.
Yeah, that'll be on Sunday the 13th.
It's like 13th, yeah.
Yep, and be commercial free. So no more commercial. That's one big thing people have been complaining about, the commercials. And if you're on NBC, you're not going to be able to get away from that. But you can't.
They're not old school, are they? Because that's the way it used to be.
Yeah. Sunday night main event was always filled with commercials, but I don't think people realize that.
I haven't made old enough to realize that.
Yeah, that's a good point there too. AEW only gets 50% of the revenue; the other half goes to the pay-per-view provider.
Yeah, and well, I don't know if they get 50% anymore, because when they signed that deal with who they're with, that new TV deal, that was one thing that new TV deal got. They got 10 or 20% of the cut for pay-per-views.
So they might only be getting 30 or 40%.
Yes. That's one reason why they haven't went to the pay-per-views on Max, but like they're on Peacock, because they like that they was getting 100, and they're getting a piece of that now. So I don't know if they will ever go to Max. We'll see. Yeah, it's interesting, guys. A lot of people have been upset. Well, people said it. A lot of people said AEW is not competition to WWE. They truly are, and they may be for different reasons why people think. I think the main reason they are is because of talent, because talent has another place to go. And Chris, I think you can back me up on this, because you know how they pay the UFC fighters. TKO does not like paying big money for their fighters, and I think with the wrestlers, they got to pay big money and have to pay even more because AEW is around because Khan's got that money and he can pay people. And so I think that's the biggest reason they're competition. But AEW people would get upset when they said, oh, they're not competition. Well, WWE's definitely treating them as competition now, and they're doing anything and everything to go up against them. And now they're upset. Now they're upset about that. I mean, it's just part of the business, unfortunately. But the good thing is, I think it's good for the fans. I mean, it gives everybody, WWE is working with TNA. They have tried to get more views for TNA, which I like TNA, and I think it's good for them. AAA, a new product that I hadn't seen a lot of before here in America, I'm getting to see. I watch AEW every week. I watch their pay-per-views. I'll be honest, I don't pay the $50 a month for the pay-per-views, or $50 when the show's on. If I had to, I wouldn't buy it. It's not entertaining enough for me. I probably wouldn't pay $50. I probably couldn't afford to pay that for WWE if WWE went to that $50, $60 pay thing either. I would probably get some because I'd like WWE, but I couldn't afford to do it all the time.
No, I always got WrestleMania every year.
Yeah.
That's the only one I bought. You remember NWA pulled this stunt, however you want to pull it.
Oh, yeah.
When they went head to head with WrestleMania 4.
Yep.
Because that's when the first Clash of the Champions come out on live. Well, if you had cable,
yep.
They did the same thing. The only reason they had that was to try to pull fans away from WrestleMania.
Yep.
And they did so well. That's how the Clash of the Champions. They weren't planning on going past that first one, but they were fans were begging. We want more Clash. We want more Clash. So And that's
'Cause
when
they
they
had-
had Sting and Flair,
Yep.
45-minute roll.
Yep, I remember watching. I watched both shows. Yeah, but that's pretty much on that, guys. Another story here, real quick, is Naomi announced that she is pregnant and she had to give up the championship. I don't know what they're going to do with the championship. There's been different rumors out there how they're going to decide. Stephanie Becker was supposed to have a championship match coming up at Clash of Paris against Naomi. So I don't know where they're going to go, if they're going to have a tournament or if they're going to put somebody against her. That's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Remember when Becky got pregnant?
Yep.
They just stuck it in the Money in the Bank briefcase, but that's already been used up. So
Yeah, because Oscar got it. Yeah, Oscar got that then. And that's been an interesting story. It seems like anytime anybody's got pregnant, it's right after they wrestled Oscar. Or a bit of
there's a conspiracy theories. Let's get that going.
yeah. But there's been it's been going on online and stuff. But congratulations, to them. I guess they didn't think that they could get pregnant. They thought they was going to have to do the fertilization stuff, artificial stuff, and then she got pregnant, and they were pretty shocked. And she actually wrestled that last match. She wrestled there on SummerSlam. She was pregnant already and didn't know it. And she took some pretty big bumps in that match. But luckily, everything seems to be all right. And
It'll be all right because it was early enough.
Yeah, but her, if you hadn't checked out her promo, go check it out. It was very, very, very good. Very good promo.
Yes, I do. I love those real war game. The ones they do now is okay, but boy, the more games when you had the Four Horsemen and
Oh yeah, them
the Road Warriors, and oh man, yes.
I bet you I've watched the matches 200-300 times. When I was a kid, every time I'd go down to the to Lee's Video with my grandpa, and we'd get video games and movies. I would get those and watch them war games matches.
Yep,
We
I agree.
get those paper. We get them old. Back then it was VHS. We get them on VHS.
Oh, I got them in my collection. Can't use them now, but I have them.
Yeah, we'd go rid of them. We'd go rid of them every weekend. We'd get them, and we'd watch. Me and my cousin, we'd watch those matches over and over.
Real quick, I just wanted to promote a couple things that's going on this weekend. Of course, Forbidden Door AEW's got a pay-per-view this Sunday. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern. They're in England. Just going to go over a couple matches here. I think I got 3 or 4. Of course, they probably got 12 matches on the card, so I'm not going to go. But the one big event they have is a lights out steel cage match. Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay will be taking on Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, the Young Bucks, and Gabe Kidd. And again, that's a no rules, lights out steel cage match. And supposedly Ospreay's got a hurt neck, and but he is going to wrestle. But they say his neck's not 100%. That's why they couldn't get cleared, so that's why they made this a lights out match. But of course, that's not. Yeah, but that's the reason why it's going to be it's not sanctioned, because he couldn't get cleared.
Okay, so how do you win?
By pinfall submission.
Okay, because when you said lights out, it's like what, the first one to knock somebody out, or
It's a pinfall or submission, I believe. Another big match on the show is Okada taking on Swerve Strickland. Okada is the AEW Unified Champ. Came out that Strickland's been wrestling since 2019 with a torn meniscus. Chris, how do you compete for 5 years with a torn meniscus?
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be rough. Universal said that Naomi was pregnant back in May when she took 4 weeks off after Mania, and that she didn't want to come back. But TKA told her they were going to give her the Money in the Bank and the title. That the original plan for Money in the Bank was Alexa.
Man, I don't see how she could have been pregnant in May, because she would already be 3 months pregnant. And I don't. That may be a rumor, but I find that hard to believe.
yeah, that seems a little dangerous. But
Yeah, I find that hard to believe. I mean, I haven't heard that story, and I'm not saying that he's wrong, You're talking at least 3 months being pregnant. I don't see it. And she wrestled SummerSlam. She'd wrestled SummerSlam here just recently. She would have been a couple months
Yeah, but
pregnant
you
already.
notice SummerSlam, she didn't really do anything. You
Well, she
remember
did
me and Chris both made a statement that the match picked up once Naomi was kicked out. She really
That's
maybe
true.
that's why
That's
they
true.
broke out.
And if you think about it, because me and Marcus both said her striking didn't look as crisp and
That's
stuff
true.
like that. We pointed that out during that SummerSlam match, and that a lot of the match she was off to the side and it was focused on.
Yeah, that's true.
So
She
maybe
did take
was.
some bumps, though.
Yeah.
But that's possible, I guess. Who
Well,
knows?
makes sense now.
Yeah. Another match on the show is Timeless Tony Storm against Athena for the AEW Women's Championship. And then the big match, I believe it'll be the main event, is Hangman Adam Page putting up his AEW World title against MJF. But now they did add a stipulation last night. MJF wanted added where you can win by count out or being disqualified. So you can if Hangman gets counted out or disqualified, the title can't change hands. So that was added on into that.
Well, that's nice of TKO to say, hey, okay, now you don't have to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, that's true. But that's what's going on in AEW Sunday at 1 p.m. Then also we have Sunday night at 7 p.m. from Lowell, Massachusetts. We've got NXT Heatwave. Go over the couple big matches there. JC Jane is putting up the TNA Championship against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance. She holds both titles, TNA and NXT, but she's just putting up the TNA title. And then the other big match is Oba Femi, NXT Championship, putting it up against Devon Evans for the title. So that's what's going on with NXT. Again, that's at 7 p.m. From Lowell, Massachusetts. And also AEW is on Sunday at 1 p.m. And I'll probably check out both shows unless my wife makes me go do something. So we'll see. Well, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this week. But I'm definitely going to be checking out that next AAA on Friday night at 10 p.m. on September 12th.
All right, Marcus, do you have anything?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all Gonzo Sports Room as well. A big shout out to Universal for being in the comment section and adding to the conversation. We
Where are you
appreciate
located?
that.
Where's he located?
Yeah, and how old is he? I mean, because he was talking some old school stuff. I wonder if he's closer to our age, Marcus. Not that you're real close to my age, but you're a lot closer. You're closer to Chris.
Striking distance.
Yep.
So we're always 5 years apart. That's not that.
We do this show every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we also do another wrestling show on Monday nights at 6:30 Eastern. We talk a little bit about WWE and stuff, but it's a lot about independent wrestling, and we also do commentary for a lot of independent wrestling shows. Once I get my vehicle situation figured back up, we'll be back at some shows doing commentary, and we air those on live on our YouTube page.
Facebook and YouTube. YouTube, go check out. You can look at on our YouTube page. Oh, Chris, how many shows on there? Probably a couple hundred shows.
There's quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
And we have interviews with people in the old days and then the rapid fires. Yeah, we've got a lot of.
We do interviews with independent wrestlers every Monday night. So, yeah, definitely check it out. We appreciate it.
All right. Well, hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you guys next Thursday at 8 Eastern.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass. Why are we